Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm showing y'all the sound system. I got that box right there. Maybe some of y'all will recognize it from my last video where I built that box. So right there, fit perfectly where I needed it, and the sub fit perfectly in it. I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to show you all my other upgrades that I have, and I'm going to tell you more about what I have in here, what I used to have, and what I've got rid of, and everything. So when I first bought this truck, it came with two 4-channel 1600 watt amplifiers and then like 10 6.5 speakers. I didn't want any of those speakers, and one of those amps wasn't working. And then in the truck it came with you can't see anything, but there's Rockford Fosgate 6x9s, two of them, which are really nice, and then some 5 1/4 I think Rockford Fosgates back there. I don't know, they all sound super good though, and those themselves sounded amazing when I first bought the truck. And it also came with this head unit right here. Pretty nice head unit. Has I'd say 4 sets of regular RCA outputs, and then 1 set of a sub output, which I put a splitter on, so I'm running 2 sub outputs on RCAs. And I mean, it's not really fancy, it's kind of old, but it works good. So after I had my 6x9s and all that, I had some 6.5s running, but I didn't really like them, and I ended up blowing like all of them. And so then I bought a JBL 8-inch 800 watt sub, which here it is. I have it in this box right now. 800 watts, it's JBL 8-inch. I bought this cheap box and it was leaking up here, so I had to silicone it up here, which seal it off, which is nice. It's a really nice sub, but it just didn't really hit the notes I was looking for, and I was new to buying subs, so I didn't know that really. And so I kept it in there and just pulled it out recently. It's a nice sub, and it just wasn't really what I wanted. So then after realizing that an 8-inch was not enough, I bought this 10-inch subwoofer off my friend with an amp for 30 bucks. It was insane. And this thing makes some weird noise when you're playing it quietly, but it sounds pretty good. It didn't put out most bass. It could be because this box, which is my first box I made, which is not that good. I realized that's not enough, and that 8-inch is not enough, and I needed more. So I ended up buying a Rockerville 10-inch subwoofer, and it's one of them subs that's slim, so it was like this tall, that tall, and it was the sub inside of a box, and the amp was in it too, which is like my 12-inch, but it was a different style. It was really small, and I had that sitting under my seat, and that thing sounded amazing, and I sold it. And I kind of like it, and I wish I still had it, but I did sell it, and I think I just wanted money, even though that was like the last thing I wanted to sell. I ended up selling it, and I kind of wish I had it still. I'll probably end up buying another one and selling this 12-inch that I have, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So yeah, for those of y'all who saw my video of me building this box, there it is, and here's the 18-inch subwoofer that is in it, and it is huge. Like, there's my hand inside of it, and the dust cap is bigger than my hand, and this thing will shake my truck like crazy. Mirror goes crazy. We got stuff vibrating. I'm gonna have to super glue that down, and my dash is all cracked up. That's why I got this thing. This thing bumps, and it was amazing. It was only $130 or something like that, and making this box was only another like $50. And I have it running off this Rockerville. You can't really see it, but it's a 1500 watt Rockerville amp. That thing's pretty nice. I need to find a new spot. That's probably gonna end up overheating right there. But it's a pretty nice amp. Got it for like 80 bucks or something, and I really like it, and it's been running good. I haven't had it overheat or anything, so I mean, that's cool. But 18-inch wasn't enough. I needed a 12, so I got this Rockerville Slim 12-inch with the amp inside of the box for 125 bucks, and it doesn't really add that much. It kind of adds a different note, and I don't know if the polarity on this sub is mixed up, and because it might be. There's a good chance that it is, because I remember I had a problem checking it, and I might have mixed them up. And so before I sell this, I'm gonna fix the polarity on that, make sure that it's correct, and so I make sure that this thing's not doing much. But you can turn it over here, and I'll be turning it down and up, and it doesn't really ever seem to do anything. You can kind of hear it, but like, it's broken, and it still just doesn't do much. So yeah, I mean, that's all for what I have right now. So the price is 12-inch is $125, 18-inch was $130, and then the 18-inch amp was $80, box was like 40 or something, plus like 8 hours to build it or something like that. And then we got all these Rockford Fosgate speakers, which are probably around 150 altogether to 200. And then we got this head unit, which is probably like 70 bucks. So decent amount of money in here, and I still have a few speakers that I already showed you that I wanted to sell. I need to sell those and try to get another 10-inch, maybe put that 10-inch back in or that 8-inch in. I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do. It's really nice not having to run another amp though, because I have room under this seat and under my seat, and you'd be surprised how much I can use that room with toolboxes and toe straps and jumper cables and all that stuff. It's really nice. And so I can't just show you all my speakers and not like let you see how they sound. I get copyrighted for this, but whatever. The song has a decent amount of bass.
Told him I was gonna be some. That broke shit made me sick, big appetite with a weak stomach. Ain't had nowhere to go, body ever gave me none. Flexing so hard, I might pull a muscle, I just keep stunning. 30 in the mag, you get body back, I'm just gonna keep dumping. Police get behind me, I'ma press the gas, I'm just gonna keep stumping. I'm just gonna keep stumping. Riding on the come up, you scared. Now I hit the stage and they scream. I was trying to cope with the hard times for the next bills I was feeling. Got a bad bitch, funny skin tone, pretty long hair, she believes. Trying to tell you, girl, I can love you. I'ma go hard and look deep. Dysfunctional, I can show.
So yeah, there was just a little bit. It hits way harder. My mirrors surprisingly don't shake. Like those mirrors out there, whenever I had the 10-inch subwoofer, it would hit them way harder. And I don't know why my mirrors out there don't shake at all compared to whenever I had a 10-inch that barely put out any bass, but my eardrums get blown. And there's other songs that play more bass, but it's really just them super low notes that you can't hear on other things that you'll really hear on this 18-inch subwoofer. So yeah, that is pretty much all for my sound system that I wanted to show you, and everything that I've bought and that I have right now running. If you guys have any recommendations for what I should get rid of, how my wiring sucks, anything, just tell me how much my stereo sucks. I enjoy it. I always like to improve on my YouTube videos, so if my YouTube video sucks ass too, also let me know. I like to improve. I've had people tell me my videos suck and why they suck. If you just tell me why they suck, I'll do better, and I've done better ever since they told me that I sucked. So just give me a thumbs down and tell me I suck. It's cool. But yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Oh yeah, and I also want to show you my really pretty fuse that's way too much for this stereo system that will never even end up blowing, because it's 250 amps and this thing isn't even running anywhere near 250 amps.